It says it's recording, so we'll see here. All right, so what we are going to discuss today, we're going to go through the LinkedIn assignment pretty quickly. We'll just start from scratch. So Anna and Lane, you will have to inform me of the email address that we're going to use for this. Okay. So obviously the first thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to go to linkedin.com, right? And that's going to bring you to the web page. How many of you actually already have a LinkedIn account? I would imagine several of you probably do. If you don't, here's the thing. Create one for this class specifically, and if you don't want one, you can delete it in the future. Just create it as student last name or your first name student, okay? And then if you don't want it after this class is over, feel free to delete it or ignore it for the rest of your life, whatever the case may be. LinkedIn, I have found, is actually a fairly good way to network with people. Sometimes you got to, kind of push your way through all the BS that you see on there. You'll see a lot of like what I consider, and I'm an old person, so I still use Facebook, but what I would consider Facebook-like posts where it's like, oh, here's my political beliefs. And it's like, nobody cares about that on LinkedIn. Like, we're here to try and network as professionals. We're not here to see how you feel about the current political environment or whatever the case may be. So occasionally you'll have to weed through some of those posts. I know that I have deleted like recruiters and headhunters that I used to communicate with a lot, and then all of a sudden on LinkedIn, now they're posting political stuff all the time. Like, this is not the time or the place for politics. This is for networking with other professionals, and in you guys' instance, trying to get to know these professionals and hopefully find a job or an internship. So going linkedin.com, it's going to bring you to the home page. Right here, either sign in if you've already got your account, or you can hit the join now button. The join now button is going to allow us to create a new profile. So Lane, it was ACC Writing Lab. Yeah. At Missouri State or live?
At Missouri State.
Ooh, what should the password be? What the hell? These are controls, Anne. See, they're not accounting people. They don't know. They were going to give you the now I'm scared because I gave them the password for my Connect. It's for all my homework stuff. So if you guys lean on them hard enough, they'll probably give it up, it looks like. So I'm going to make one that I remember and write on a piece of paper for you guys. No pressure. Okay. Agree and join show password? No. Honestly, it wouldn't really matter. So, okay, our first name is going to be accounting. Our last name is going to be writing lab, all one word. Okay. We could hyphenate it, but that's a lot of work to remember. Oh boy, so much. I'm going to be super embarrassed if I cannot solve this puzzle, guys. It's going to be a bad deal. Oh, geez. What is this, a bison? It's got to be that one, right? Oh, thank God. What if I was somebody who'd never seen a bison before? What the hell do I do now? This all looks good. So this is just, you guys have done this before, right? With your social media accounts, with your Twitters and your Instagrams and your Snapchats and your other things that I don't know about. TikTok, you've done all these. So this is a fairly familiar process. Like I said, this is not going to be the exciting lecture on getting LinkedIn started, but I promised you guys we would walk through it together on each step, on each of those checkpoints. So that is what we are going to do. Most recent job title, writing lab assistant. Employment type, full-time. Yeah, you guys are part-time. Yeah. Most recent company, I cannot type. My goodness. Hey, look, we're listed on there. We will go ahead and click I'm a student. Put in all our good stuff here. Missouri State. We are accountants. They're gonna make us do. We are bachelors of science, correct? Or are we bachelors of art? I believe we're bachelors of science. I don't know. I have one on my wall. I don't know what it's- Our specialization, accounting. Start year, we started in, what year did most of you guys start college? 2020? And you expect to finish in 2024, right? I am over 16. How many of you guys are not over 16? You guys are all. Hey, you could have like genius
You never know.
genius kids sitting in the front. I thought about one day, I thought I was gonna have to bring my 6-year-old in one day. I was gonna set him in the back of class and be like, this is the 6-year-old that graduated high school and is starting college classes, and just see how long it took you guys to. Yeah, okay, you guys, you'll have to check the
We
email.
have it, I have it, if you want it.
No, I want to stare at the screen as long as,
Are you
yes,
ready?
I'm ready.
041-998.
Perfect. Are we looking for a new job?
Yes.
Yes, we are, right? That's the whole point in us doing this. What kind of jobs are we looking for, guys? What do we think here? We're looking for marketing jobs, probably. Somebody laughed like, no. Was that you, Jennifer? What kind of job are we looking for? Accounting. I gotta ask some question. What? Accountant? Yeah, there we go. Ooh, look, see, this is what I'm talking about though. See, this is actually a really great example right here. You guys have been told, since you got into the College of Business, since you enrolled in the school, I've got to quit walking around because this is for the other students as well. Since you enrolled in the School of Accountancy, that you can do audit or you can do tax, right? What do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? You want to do audit or you want to do tax? That's all you've heard, right? Look at this list. And this is just a tiny list of different types of accounting you can do. See, that's why that's such a great look at, you're not just pigeonholed into audit or tax, guys, okay? If audit's not for you, there's something else to do. If tax isn't for you, there's other things you can try and do, okay? And that, I think, is a fairly good example of why. Job locations. Let's just look in Missouri. I know not everybody wants to look in Missouri. Missouri City, Texas. We'll look in Kansas City's closer. Springfield, Branson area is probably where we'll want to look though. Is everybody open to remote work? Yeah, that's remote work blows my mind. When I first started working for Mercy and they offered our team the option to work remotely full time, it was like, this was probably 10 years ago or more. And it just blew our minds. We're like, work from our houses? Like, you're not gonna make us come into the office anymore? And we were one of the only teams in Mercy, Springfield, St. Louis, Oklahoma, any of the big three kind of corporate offices that they had. We were the only ones that worked remotely. Now, freaking everybody works remotely. It's crazy. It is insane. So the fact that that's even an option. Okay. I am not going to share this profile with recruiters because I don't feel like answering a bunch of emails about, wow, how did you get your name? Would you like a job? So we're not going to share this one with recruiters. I would recommend sharing your profile with recruiters if you want. You do not have to. It is not a requirement of this assignment. Okay. Like I said, if you don't want to have a LinkedIn profile in the future, just create, Jennifer student profile, and then you can delete it later. So they are finding jobs for us. That is pretty much the extent of checkpoint one, right? Create the profile, update your profile. That is pretty much it, guys. So as you can see, this, while it is a semester-long project, is not going to be a difficult project for you guys to complete. I think, like I said, the hardest parts of this project are going to be the assignment where you need to get a photo of you at a professional event. But like I said, that's not as difficult as it sounds. Show up to a Beta Alpha Psi event, show up to an accounting club event, go to the Career Expo, something along those lines. Some of the other student organizations that offer events, it doesn't have to be for accounting specifically, you know. That's where you're going to get that photo. I think that's probably the hardest part of the project for you guys, especially in COVID times, because as we see, crap gets canceled pretty frequently because of COVID or because of weather, things like that. It's actually a lot easier in the fall because we have the accounting career fair, which is specific for the accounting students only. So it's really easy to get those pictures. The accounting club does like a barbecue, things like that. I think the next hardest part of this will be the memo, but we're going to go over that in depth in the class. Okay. Last semester, that's something I didn't feel like I did a very good job of. So I have committed to, and not just myself, but Anna and Lane as well, to actually walking through a memo example, what we want this memo to look like, because it is going to be more than one page. And it's going to include an appendix and all kinds of stuff, but we will walk through that. Outside of that, the project is essentially maintain your profile, join a group, like some posts in your group, things like that. So any questions about the LinkedIn profile?
Is there anything like actually turn in to show that we did this?
Your memo will be what you turn in. That appendix is going to show me that you went through all the steps. So it's the very last part. It's assignment 10, I think, of the prompt. Okay. That's all. I had considered making you guys turn things in piecemeal as we went through, like this Friday, have this part be due and all that. And it's like, no, it's just going to make so much more sense, and it's going to be so much easier if at the end of the semester you just turn that in with your appendix and you get all your points at once. So there's nothing saying you can't wait until the last day of this assignment to do it. I wouldn't recommend that, but you know, this isn't due until the end of the semester. I'm just trying to make sure you guys are all comfortable with it and that we're going through it all together kind of at the same time. That way everybody's up to speed with where we're at. So each of these checkpoints that's listed on the calendar will do something like this, where we stop and we go, okay, here's the next part of this. This is what you do to create it. So like I said, checkpoint one, pretty simple. Literally create a LinkedIn profile, update it with your personal information, okay? Is that what it is? Oh, okay, yeah, so, yeah, and we would do that. I didn't have it in front of me, sorry. So you would just go to view your profile here, right? And I'm gonna Google images. Ooh, I Googled. Let's see, stock photo. There we go. I don't think that's the one we want, probably. I like this one though. I'm feeling that one. But oh yeah, I forgot they did these, didn't they? That's hilarious. Will Ferrell and Vince Vaughn did a bunch of stock photos for like Shutterfly or something. I'll let you guys pick which one. No guns, just in case. I don't want to get fired. I have a family to feed, but I think this one would be acceptable, right? This poor guy. Oh my God, that's horrible. Okay, let's cross our fingers. It's not something awful. You think so? We'll credit them. I could pull up Facebook and put my picture on there somewhere, but Oh, yeah, we have to. What is this?
Oh,
Yeah, that is not at all what we said. Yeah. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Okay, well, that is how I will upload a photo later, an actual photo. That's essentially how we're gonna do it. Okay, you just need to go to view profile, right? And it'll bring you to your profile page where you can edit everything. And then just click on this little camera and upload a photo, and then whatever photo you have saved. I think I've got one actually on the D drive. It's just, it'll be a picture of me, so that'll be fine for right now. So there you go. And then we can edit our like education. That can't possibly be right. So, okay, that I don't know. That we would have to ask. We would have to ask LinkedIn why it's telling me that we went to Azerbaijan or something like that. So, all right. But that is essentially, that would be step 3, is uploading the picture to your profile. Pretty simple. Any questions about that? Anybody confused about how that worked? All right, cool. All right, so like I said, I am going to stop sharing and stop recording as well here.